Today we would start with the unit 4, heat. In winter, you feel cold inside the house. If you come out in the sun, you feel warm. In summer, you feel hot even inside your house. How do we know whether an object is hot or cold? How do we find out how hot or cold an object is? In this chapter, we shall try to seek answers to some of these questions. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to understand these topics. Hot and cold, measuring temperature, what is laboratory thermometer, how the transfer of heat occurs, which are the different ways, conduction, convection or radiation, kinds of clothes we wear in summer and winter. We would start with the first topic, hot and cold. In our daily routine, we come across number of objects out of which some are hot and some are cold. Example, when a frying pan kept on a burning gas stove, it becomes hot, but the handle of the pan is cold. Even among the hot objects, some objects may be hotter than the other. In the same manner, among the cold objects, some objects may be colder than the other. So if I ask you the question, how to decide the relative hotness or coldness of objects, then your answer would be by simply touching them. But our sense of touch is not enough in telling us whether an object is hot or cold. So, this can be understood by performing an activity. You have to take 3 large mugs. Label them as A, B and C as shown in the figure. Put cold water in mug A and hot water in mug B. Mix some hot and cold water in mug C. Now dip your left hand in mug A and right hand in mug B. After keeping the hands in the 2 mugs for 2 to 3 minutes, put both the hands simultaneously in the mug C. Do both the hands get the same feeling? What is your answer? So we cannot always rely on our sense of touch to decide whether an object is hot or cold. Sometimes it may deceive us. Then how do we find out how hot an object is? A reliable measure of hotness of an object is its temperature. Temperature is measured by a device called thermometer. Have you seen a thermometer? Recall that when you or someone else in your family had fever, the temperature was measured by thermometer. So measuring temperature, the thermometer that measures our body temperature is called a clinical thermometer. See this figure. It is a clinical thermometer. You have seen this thermometer in your house. Hold the thermometer in your hand and examine it carefully. A clinical thermometer looks like as shown in the figure 4.2. A clinical thermometer consists of a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. It has a bulb at one end. This bulb contains mercury. Outside the bulb, a small shining thread of mercury can be seen. How to read a clinical thermometer? So, wash the thermometer with the antiseptic solution, hold it firmly and give it few jerks to bring the level of mercury below 35 degrees Celsius. Then place the bulb of the thermometer under your tongue. After 1 minute, take out the thermometer and note the reading. This will be your body temperature. The normal temperature of human body is 37 degrees Celsius. Note that the temperature is stated with its unit. Next is laboratory thermometer. How do we measure the temperature of other objects other than human body? For this purpose, there are other thermometers. We will study these different thermometers here. One such thermometer is laboratory thermometer. The laboratory thermometer is used to find out the temperature of other objects such as water rather than human body temperature. It can measure the temperature from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. So what precautions would you take before using the laboratory thermometer? You should always hold the laboratory thermometer in a straight upright position without tilting it as shown in the figure. The bulb of the thermometer should never touch the surface of the container in which the substance is kept. However, the bulb of thermometer should be completely immersed inside the substance so that it covers the bulb from all the sides and correct reading would be there. So this much precautions you would take while measuring with the laboratory thermometer. Other types of thermometers. Maximum minimum thermometer. It is a thermometer used to measure the minimum and the maximum temperature of the day by weather forecasters. They are using this thermometer to forecast the weather. It is shown in the figure. Then digital thermometers. They are the electronic thermometers. They are preferred over the conventional mercury thermometer. Digital thermometers are easy to read because it gives the LCD display as shown in the figure. They are also mercury free and mercury is toxic, so digital thermometer are useful. Now read up to this from the textbook, up to the digital thermometers or maximum minimum thermometers.